Oh yeah. Romans 9:21. That's not. I'll read verse 20 again. Nay, but, O man, who art thou that replieth against the Most High? Who are you to reply against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Shall you blame the Most High in your insecurity, your inaccuracies, in the way you conduct yourself in life? You can't blame the Most High. See, what if the Most High willing to show his wrath? Not his love, but his wrath, and to make his power known. Endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. That's what he's doing now. It's been long suffering for the Most High. And the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction are these kingdoms that's set up right now. That's all we know. That's why the Most High said, hey, knowing this, he told us this in 2nd Ezra. Because they're fitted for destruction. They're made for the day of evil. They're doing what they're supposed to do. We got to do what we got to do and come back to his laws, statutes, commandments, and have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. That's what he said. In 2nd Ezra 9:15. So I have said before, and now do speak. We didn't say this before. And will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. And knowing this, he said in verse 13, and therefore be thou not curious how the unrighteous shall be punished, and when. But inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Okay? So, that shouldn't be our concern from what he said there. But it's so much, that we get thrown off and going into how the wicked are going to be destroyed. And looking at when we haven't even reached the plateau of knowing how to be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all the haters. That's what they're working on. Not what you working on. But understand this, people. This is serious as serious can be. They doing what they supposed to do. Whoever came on the conference call, could you press *6? Psalm 92:6. A beauteous man or woman knoweth not. They don't know this. Neither does a fool understand this. A fool ain't gonna understand this. And a beauteous man, he don't know this. He ain't gonna know this. Gotta set yourself up right. Because you gotta know. That the Most High have his hand in everything. Nobody escaping the hand of the Most High. That's why, listen what it says. Verse 7. When the wicked springeth as the grass. You see the wicked everywhere, like it is now. Except in all the madness of this world. When the wicked spring as the grass. When all the workers of iniquity do flourish. They up on top of their game right now. They flourishing. This is what he say. It is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Most High, art Most High forever. More. Forevermore. That's our power. For lo, thine enemies that are named in Psalms 83rd chapter by nations, O Most High, for lo, thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. All of them that's doing wickedness going to be scattered. Psalms 37. They're going to be scattered. They're going to be destroyed. Psalms 37 and 1. Psalms 37 and 1. No. It says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. So when you're supposed to be fretting ourselves over the evildoers, those that are being righteous to the best of their ability, following the law, statutes, commandments of Most High, you're supposed to be concerned about the evildoers. Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass, as we just read. They're going to be soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. As the green herb. That's why verse 3 says, trust in the Most High, Bahasham Mashiach Yahweh Shai, and do good. Do good. So shall thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. So, how do we do good? And what is good? Now, we know the Most High is good. And that's why I always say, you know, how people say, how you doing? I'm good. But the Most High say, even with the Mashiach try to say, hey, why you call me good? Good master. He said, why you call me good? Only one good is my Heavenly Father, the Most High. Listen, Romans 7 and 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just, and good. That's how you be good, by keeping the commandments of the Most High. That's how you be good. Psalm 37 and 3. Trust in the Most High. Bahasham Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Trust in Bahasham Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Mashiach Yahweh Shai, going to the Most High on our behalf. And do good. That means keep His commandments. So shall thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Oh yeah. This is what we have to do. It's lucky. Look at this is Mashiach Yahweh Shai said in Matthew 12 and 35. Say, oh, a good man, who is a man that keep the commandments, out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things, And an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So that's why it's very important, don't be no jesters and trying to do things and just say, I'm just playing, because by our words we're going to be justified, and by our words we're going to be condemned. That's why there's time and place for everything. We better be on it. We have to be on it, because we held more accountable than anyone. Oh yes. On back to Psalms 37. Most High is wonderful, boy. He is on time. And I don't know. I just look at how my experiences and the things that need to be dealt with, how he's just there. He's just there. He's there. He's there. He's there. I mean, miraculously, he's there. All praise and glory to his holy name. Look, go back to Psalms 37 and verse 4. Delight thyself also in the Most High. Delight thyself also, Yahweh Shammah Mashiach Yahushua, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. That's why you have to be praised. Because he's worthy to be praised. He said, look, delight thyself also in the Most High. Shammah Mashiach Yahushua, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. He's going to give you the desires of your mind. Commit thy way unto the Most High. Trust also in him. That means you got to have faith in him. And he shall bring it to pass. That's why Mashiach Yahushua said, look, he told us in John. See, King David understood it. He understood. That's why, before you go, let me make sure that you understand who his power is. The Most High, first and foremost. But who was dealing with King David, who he acknowledged as his power, as he's our power. I won't say everybody's power, because everybody don't acknowledge this. Psalms 110:1. The Most High said unto my power, Mashiach Yahushua, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. And that's what he told King David said concerning this. The Lord, capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D, said unto my capital L, little O, little R, little D, who was Mashiach Yahushua, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. We just read about it. How he's going to make his enemies his footstool, because he ain't going to be nothing but dust and smell of smoke by all the enemies of the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua that's going to come against him to fight him. He's going to burn them up every once. Ain't going to be nothing but dust and the smell of smoke. Oh, yeah. See, but our people get caught up in some kind of spiritual blindness of these words when it's real simple. This is not hard. This is not a hard thing to really comprehend. This is not hard. That's why I challenge anybody to start from now to forget about the New Testament and start writing the New Testament from the Old Testament. And make it coincide better than what we have here. Because most of you that talk about the New Testament, you don't know it. Look at Acts 2:34. We just read this. For David is not ascended into the heavens, but he said himself. That's what David said, what we just read in Psalms 110:1. the Most High said unto my power, Mashiach Yahushua, sit down on my right hand until I make thy foes, which is enemies, thy footstool. See? It's right there. For all to see. You just said David didn't ascend into heaven. But the Mashiach Yahushua did. And where is he at? On the right-hand side of the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Look at Ephesians 1. And we're going to look at verse 20. Which he wrought, Mashiach Yahushua, when he raised him from the dead and set him at his own right hand in the heavenly places. That's our power, Mashiach Yahushua. On the right hand side of the Most High. Power of Abraham, power of Isaac, and power of Jacob. Oh yeah. That's what we're talking about. Our power. Mashiach Yahushua, who we belong to. Let's go back to Romans. No, I'm not going to go there. You all right? Come. Look at Psalms 37 and 4. It said, delight thyself also in the Most High, Shema Mashiach Yahushua, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. He will give you your desires. Commit thy way unto the Most High, by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. That's why Mashiach Yahushua told us. Now we can go to John 14 and 13. It said, and whatsoever ye shall ask by Shema Mashiach Yahushua in the Lord, same as we just read, but it might be, a lot of times it be not understood because people don't see a Mashiach Yahushua in the volume of the book. But it's written of him along with the Most High. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, which is in the name of the Lord. Now, just for you that don't want to say, okay, well, that's not him. This is what the Most High has done. So you understand. Follow me to Acts, the 2nd chapter. In the 36th verse. Therefore, let all the house of Israel know assuredly, this Acts 2 and 36, that the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, have made that same Mashiach Yahushua, whom ye have crucified, both Lord and Mashiach. That's why David said, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thee on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. The Most High said unto David's power, Mashiach Yahushua, who we just read, is sitting on the right hand side of the Most High. The Most High has made him Lord and the Messiah. Lord and the Mashiach. The anointed. That's why he said this. This is nothing new. Come on now. You're going to make it new? It's not new. It's just some men understood and some didn't. Just like it is today. Some of you understand and some of you don't. Some of you just going through formalities. It's not spiritual enough. Hopefully you'll get the spirituality of what you need before it's too late. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that have been It's in the past. Is that which shall be. That which is going to be in the future. And that which is done is that which shall be done. That is done right. Everything is done right now, going to be done in the future. Everything was done back in the day, going to be done in the future. That's what it said. And there is no new thing under the sun. Ain't a new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? For instance, him saying, whatever you ask in my name, we read here, John 14 and 13, and whatsoever ye shall ask by Hashem Mashiach, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. It's not new. Is there anything? Okay, that's new. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It has been already of old time, which was before us. See? There's no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. But some of you got that spirit, that Sadducee spirit, so you ain't going to see this. It's going to be hard for you to see it. Why? Because those spirits got to keep coming back into the earth, and that's what you are. That's who you are. Why you can't see what he just said. Don't remember some things. There ain't nothing new under the sun. That's why you don't remember who you were. But that's another topic. St. John 14:13. And whatsoever ye shall ask by Hashem Mashiach, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son, that the Most High may be glorified in the Mashiach. He said, if ye shall ask anything by Hashem Mashiach, I will do it. If you love me, keep my commandments. If you love him, keep his laws. So all you that say you're under the law, you're full of it. He said, you love him, keep his commandments. His commandments is to do his laws, which he did. Do the laws that he gave us. Psalms 102. He said, I and my Father are one. St. John 10 and 30. You better read it. You ain't running from the Most High until you're going to run to Mashiach Yahushai. He's going to give you leniency when the Most High is bringing the judgment. He's going to be the judgment of the Most High. That's the judgment he's bringing. Psalms 102. And 25. Of old hast thou laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the work of thy hands. See? Of old. Power and authority, man. He laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the work of thy hands. His hands. His hands. They shall perish, but thou shalt endure. Yeah, all of them shall wax old like a garment, as a vesture shalt thou change them, and they shall be changed. But thou art the same, and thy years shall have no end. See? He the same, and his years shall have no end. Praise his holy name. Say, of old hast thou laid the foundation of the earth. And look what it says in 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra? Yes, 6th chapter. And 57. And now, O Most High, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? This is a question I was asked. How long? The world was made for our sake. That's why going over here to 2nd Ezra 7 and 10. And I said, It is so, Most High. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion. Because for their sakes, for the 12 tribes of Israel's sake, I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, which is his laws. Now, you know, Adam had the law. When Adam transgressed the law, his statutes, then was declared or decreed that now was done. That's why it's not an easy task. That's why I say the righteous scarcely gonna be saved. That's why it says, look at 2 Ezra 7:7. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, as if you have fire on one hand and deep water on the other hand, the other side, and one only path. We know that way is through Mashiach Yahushua. Between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. Only one man at a time. And that's what we subject to. That's why, look at John the 10th chapter in the first verse. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way. You're going to try and come through this another way, because a lot of you still trying to bring your way that you think is right, but you've been programmed in this wicked kingdom. You're going to try and come another way. The same as a thief and a robber. So you're nothing but a thief and a robber to the Most High. And a Mashiach Yahushua. But he that entered in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth. It's like the man that's outside the door openeth the door, and the sheep hear his voice. The sheep gonna hear his voice. And he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them. And the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. See, certain sheep going to follow Mashiach Yahushua's voice because they know his voice. And some that don't know his voice, you're going to do whatever you're going to do. And following man this way, that way, whatever. You trust in man. But you don't hear the voice of a Mashiach Yahushua, which is the voice of the Most High. He's the word of the Most High. See, and a stranger will they not follow. See, a stranger, the ones that know the in-depth of how he comes in the volume of the book, and the Most High has allowed him to fulfill all the judgment for the Most High. See, a stranger will he not follow. So you wonder why isn't this all gelling together as one, we the children of Israel? Because some of you are strangers, even though you think you know, but you're still a stranger, and nobody should follow your voice. But a lot of you that's in darkness, the gross darkness, as the people are going to follow the voice of someone that's not really showing you a Mashiach Yahushua in the volume of the book. They ain't showing you how he's been given all the judgment. They ain't showing you how the Most High have brought him to the effect of judging this whole world. There's not enough spoken about the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua. Mainly about Israel. Israel ain't going to save us. When it come down, a lot of you are going to be a bunch of sellouts. You'll sell your people out. You might be already in forces or infiltrated. Perpetrating a fraud. What will a man give up for his soul, Mashiach Yahushua said. And you're going to die anyway. When we put to death, you give up, you give up, you a traitor, you someone against the Most High's people, you're going to die anyway. You're going to die a furious death. as it is written. Because you join unto them. Don't think I'm lying. Look, don't think you better recognize it's all here. It's all here, y'all. Isaiah 13. This is not my words, this is the Most High's word. I just got to read it to you. Isaiah 13 and 14. And it shall be as the chase roe, as a chase deer, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people. All these nations going to turn to their own people and flee every one into his own land. Where you going, Israelites? Where y'all going? Some of you can't get no passport. Some of you ain't going to be able to get out of the city because the Most High going to prevail against those that think they're going to run at a certain time. Especially you traitors. Where you going? You still Israel. So where you running to? This whole world run by the ones that the Most High set up, the bases of men. So where you running to? That you're not going, you're going to run away from the Most High. That's what I want to understand. Where somebody tell you to run to that you running from the Most High? He don't know where you at. Remember, every idle word a man says he gonna give account of in the day of judgment. Where you gonna run to? That's what it said. They gonna every man into his own land. What's your land, Israel? That you really can say truthfully, as an Israelite, you can run to your own land. One of the 12 tribes of Israel. Come on now. Wherever you are, as an Israelite, you in somebody else's land. The land is defiled and the inhabitants thereof, the Most High said. Wherever you are, it's defiled. Say, every one that is found shall be thrust through. And every one that is joined unto them, all you that join unto them, shall fall by the sword. As it is written. You join unto them, you're going to die by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. That don't need no breakdown. That's what the scripture says. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. That's what's going to happen. So enjoy yourself, because that's the judgment that's written. That's the judgment. That's why you think you're going to get away with the things that you say and do. Oh no, everybody going to give account of it. The day of judgment, we all going to give account of this. That's why we got to really look at this. Because Mashiach Yahushua, he said, hey, St. John 10 and 7. Then said Mashiach Yahushua unto them again, verily, truly, truly, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. I am the way. That's why he say, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. I'm the way that leads to everlasting life. I'm the way to show you how to follow the truth, which is the laws, which is going to lead you to everlasting life. Say, no man cometh to the Father but by me. That's something new? Or you going to make that new? That have been of old. You say, all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers. Because why? They tried to go another way. Everybody want to try to go their own way. Oh, that sounds good to me. Let me go that way. Or you see something you don't like, you try to make it be the way you want it to be. Because you ain't done the research to know. Or ask questions about it thoroughly to find out what it is you need to know. That's why he said in verse 1, John 10 and 1, verily, verily, truly, truly, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, you trying to go some other way, the same as a thief and a robber. That's why he said, verse 8, all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. See, you can count the number of men and women that the Most High thought enough to have us look in this Bible, and their name is there forever, because it's still here. The only way they're going to stop this is they can get every last Bible in the world and get rid of them. This #1 selling book. #1 selling book in the world. It's the only way they're going to stop this. And they can't do that. Because he's not going to allow it to happen. He's not going to allow it to happen. And it's right here. It's in here. It's in our whole body. It's in our everything about us. Those that are truly the sheep, as he said. John 10:7. Then Mashiach Yahushua said unto them again, verily, verily, truly, truly, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. Say, I'm the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. Say, the sheep didn't hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out, and find pasture. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. So when you look at what he's saying here, because many have thought that they're following the right way through someone that they claim to be a righteous man, and they lead them straight to hell. Because they're against the way, the true way, which is through Mashiach Yahushua, because they don't know enough about him in the volume of the book. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, where he's at. That's why they don't have the understanding of the scriptures. Because you're just reading what you see in the New Testament and think you got it. When it's not, it can't contradict what it is from the Old Testament, which that's all they had to go by. But here y'all are thinking, oh, this is new. He just said in the new under the sun. But oh, you think this scripture you go to this scripture, it disannuls what it is that they had to go by, the law and the prophets. When you learn to make this make sense with the Old Testament, now you start to be in the spirit. Because that's all they had was the law and the prophets. That's all they read was from the law and the prophets, the Old Testament. Nobody was reading from the New Testament. You know, how was they reading Revelation? I was Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, or Paul reading Revelations. Tell me that. We have it. How come they didn't have it? Since y'all want to go in here and say, oh, this is what they had to go by. Some of you that still churchanized, or you feel like what it is that you think is real is real. This Bible stopped approximately 65 AD when we fell, when we started going into war with the Romans. 70 AD, we was through. Then Revelation comes 90 to 96 AD. So now, what was Paul and Peter and all of them? You answer the question. So what were they doing when Revelation was being scribed? They seen Revelations? That's why you look at this thief, man. Cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. And see, they stealing from the people. They kill us because they say, love thy neighbor as thyself. If you don't love your brother, you are a murderer. And you have those that are teaching against what it is that we're bringing forth, and it's bringing forth the truth. So you are a murderer. And to destroy. Hosea 4:6 says what? My people are what? Destroyed for what? Lack of knowledge. A lot of you go to church, you don't even open up your Bible. Then you open up your Bible, you read the same thing that you always read all your life, and still don't know who the hell you are. You know what you know in hell? This is hell for me. This is hell for Israel. It's not heaven. But oh, it's coming. Glory to the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He gonna be all in all. And when he all in all, everybody gonna be subject to the Most High. That's right. Praise his holy name. That's what this is all about. But y'all, you stick with Israel, Israel, all you want to, but Israel not gonna save you. Israel can't even save. We can't even come together to save our people. We can't even rise up against our enemy. We can't do nothing. Because we got to depend on the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, those that are the sheep that hear a Mashiach Yahushua's voice, which is the words that he speaks, which is the word of the Most High. He's the word of the Most High. The speech of the Most High is what a Mashiach Yahushua brings forth. Look, verse 9, I am the door. Verse 9, by me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. I mean, you're going to live life. You're going to be fed. Spiritual food and physical food. Righteous food, though. Not no processed madness and no all the stuff that we dealing with now with abominations. They said, I was looking where they was saying that 40% of the ground beef has streptococci, a certain type of streptococci in it, 40%. And feces in it. They allow it to go through. Ugh. Verse 11, I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd of Mashiach Yahushua giveth his life for the sheep. Gave his life for the sheep. So he's the door. So when you read Revelation 3 and 20, he said, behold, I stand at the door and knock. He's standing at the door. He the door. He's knocking. So we require a sign, so he's giving you a sign, something physical, a door. He's at the door and knocking. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice, see, you got to hear his voice. His sheep hear his voice. And open the door. You let him into your every being, which you'll bring the Most High there, because he is with the Most High. The Most High is with him. Then open the door. I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me. And we're going to be able to eat with the Mashiach Yahushua. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne. We got to overcome all the obstacles in this world that are against us, and it can be done. You are supposed to be having the power, the spiritual power to overcome. You got to have it to overcome. It's there. You just got to utilize it and stop being negative against yourself. When he said, whatever you ask, I will do it, that the Most High can be glorified in the Son, you think he don't want to do it? You just got to have yourself right. It's being done, people. It's just a matter of hearing and overcoming your negative and your lust and all the things that hold you back from receiving the blessings that he want to bless you. If you doing the commandments, he said, I will bless you to be above all nations. They below us. But you put them above you because of your condition. Oh boy. When you see this and you apply this in your life, it works. Testimony after testimony after testimony. It works. And then when you somebody testify, some people don't want to testify, then they say, oh, they bragging because you don't have any testimonies. Nobody bragging. I'm boasting about the Most High. Giving all glory to the Most High. To show you that his word is true. We got to overcome. And it's time to overcome. These times are going to get escalated. So we got to get together because the time is getting short. He said he's going to make the devil's time short. And what are you going to do? Come down much wrath on those that do what? Keep the commandments and have a true testimony of a Mashiach Yahushua. Don't play with us. That's why you got to get more spiritual. So that when they go down, you ain't following everybody. They're going to be trying to follow you if you're in the spirit. If you're not, then hey, what can I say? You're going to be led down the road of destruction. As the one we just read about. That's what he said. Listen, to him that overcometh. You hear what he said? You got to overcome. We got to overcome. will I grant to sit with me in my throne, his throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne. That's why he's on the right-hand side of the Heavenly Father. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit said unto the churches. The Spirit is speaking to the churches. And we the churches, children of Israel, who we are. But you got to overcome. And this is serious. The most serious as ever been. Don't play with this. Romans 12 and 12. Or Revelation 12 and 12. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe me destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. What do you think that's talking about? You're talking about killing a lot of people. Woe me destruction to the inhabitants, and we the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Those that's in the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Why? Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So what you gonna do when it's escalated and you start to see it's coming near? It's coming near, because it's coming. You know it's coming. And all you that don't have faith and don't really believe, I don't know what to tell you. Except for you need to be locking more. Find out what you need. Just get off your pride and find out what you need to do. You're being told what to do. Spirit is speaking expressly to some of you. You know who you are. But this is hope for those that are doing the right things and following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. In Isaiah 49 and 13. It says, sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains, for the Most High have comforted his people, and will have mercy upon his afflicted. See? Look, but Zion, who is the children of Israel? That's another name for us. When you read Isaiah, let's go over a few pages, 51 to 16. Isaiah 51 to 16, just to find who Zion is. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, not in the shadow of Egypt, the oppressor or the captors, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. So you see in Zion, that's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. So when you come to Isaiah 49 and 14, but Zion says, who are who? The children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel. The Most High have forsaken me, and my power, just like it's David's power, have forgotten me. That's what he said. Can a woman forget her suckling child? Can a woman forget her suckling child? That she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yeah, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. See? Say, behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. Thy children shall make haste. Thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. See? See, that's why he told us in Romans 11:1. We say the Most High forsaken us. No, it's not. This is what he said. I say then, after the Most High cast away his people, Most High forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. This is Paul. The Most High have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. That's we of the past. We still coming forth. That's what he's saying. He have not cast us off. Revelation 12:17. And the dragon, which is the serpent, which is the devil, which is Satan, which is the beast, which is Esau, which is the Edomites, all red. All of them red. And the dragon was wrought with the woman. The woman is representing Israel. In Jeremiah 6:2, I have likened the daughter of Zion, with Zion is the children of Israel, to a comely and delicate woman. So she's going to be wrought with Israel. And went to make war with the remnant, that's the 1/3 of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Mashiach Shah. Better wake up, Israel. I tell you, all of y'all been hoodwinked, bamboozled, ran them up, Shanghai. You've been bought into something that you cannot falter in. You can leave if you want to, but you can't run from the Most High. See, he called you. Mashiach Shah do the choosing. A lot of you might not be chosen. A lot of us might not be chosen. I can't say I'm chosen. You know, I'm trying, like everybody else. But the Most High called. He called us all. He allowed Mashiach Shah do the choosing. He wants us to go forth and bring forth this word, acknowledging first and foremost the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then Mashiach Yahushua. And Israel, gathering Israel back together to the sheepfold. But how you going to gather Israel back to the sheepfold? To who? Our people already have in their mind, Most High is a white man, so-called Edomite, or Edomite. Mashiach Yahushua is his son, Edomite. That's what he showed in all the Bibles. They already think like they have us to think, just like the Willie Lynch letter. I said, this might last 400 years, maybe forever. It's forever. Because it's still in effect. Even with those that call themselves Hebrew Israelites. But oh, there's something coming. And it's already here. And what you going to do when it's your opportunity to show forth what you believe in? What you believe in. Just show you Antiochus Epiphanes, what this sucker did. Oh, but y'all ain't ready. And some of you are, I hope. You got to come out of the world. You at war with the Most High. The enemy of the Most High. Look. Look at this. In 2 Maccabees 3:24. Now as he was there present himself with his guard about the treasury, the Most High of spirits and the Prince of all power caused a great apparition, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished as the power of the Most High, and fainted, and were so afraid. For there appeared unto them an horse with a terrible rider upon him, and adorned with a very fair covering, and he ran fiercely and smote at Herodias with his forces. And it seemed that he that sat upon the horse had complete harness of gold. So like it's kind of hard to see because it's kind of old and underlined. It say, moreover, 2 other young men appeared before him, notably in strength, excellent in beauty. It's an apparition. I mean, y'all looking at things that's tangible. These are apparitions that the Most High had caused to happen. Esau had his technology too now. He could put apparition out 50 miles away. Probably more than that now. He said, moreover, 2 other young men appeared before him, nobly in strength, excellent in beauty, and comely in apparel. The garment was beautiful. Who stood by him on either side and scourged him continually and gave him many sore stripes. And Heliodorus fell suddenly into the ground and was compassed with great darkness. But they that were with him took him up and put him into a litter. Thus him that lately came with a great train and with all his guard into the said treasury, they carried out, being unable to help himself with his weapons. And manifestly they acknowledged the power of the Most High. See, no matter what weapons you have, this is what you got to fight. For he, by the hand of the Most High, was cast down and lay speechless without all hope of life. But they praised the Most High. But they praised the Most High. But they praised the Most High that had miraculously honored his own place for the temple, which a little afore was full of fear and trouble. When the almighty power appeared, was filled with joy and gladness. Then straightway certain Heliodorus' friends prayed Onias, and he would call upon the Most High to grant him his life, who lay ready to give up the ghost. So the high priest, suspecting lest the king should misconceive that some treachery had been done to Heliodorus by the Jews, offered a sacrifice for the health of the man. Now as the high priest was making an atonement, the same young men in the same clothing appeared and stood beside Heliodorus, saying, Give Ananias the high priest great thanks, insomuch as for his sake the Most High have granted thee life. You see how powerful the Most High allowed the high priest to pray unto him to save this man's life. He said, hey, you thank this priest for praying for you. We was going to take you out. It says, And seeing that thou hast been scourged from heaven, declare unto all men